Today is an exciting day because I got my new GoPro Hero 8 in the mail today. So we're gonna go out and do a couple of tests on a run. But first, let's go see what's in the box. So here it is, the GoPro Hero 8. The design is a little bit different from the Hero 7. It's a little bit smaller, a little bit thinner, but overall it still looks kind of the same. It comes with a USB-C cable and one of these for your stands with the adhesive on the bottom. I don't think I've ever used one of these. I have a bunch of them. And a battery. You can still use your batteries from your Hero 6 or your Hero 7. The top of this is blue to indicate that it is different. They say there are certain functionalities in the Hero 8 that don't work properly with your older batteries. They're not really clear on what that is. So yeah, as far as I can tell, you can still use your older batteries. I didn't really need a new GoPro. I still have the Hero 7 and I'm very happy with the performance of the Hero 7. But I looked at different reviews for the Hero 8 and most reviews told me that the stability is a lot better in the Hero 8, but other than that, most of the other specs are still the same as the Hero 7. So from most of the reviews that I watched, the consensus was that if you have a Hero 7, you might not want to upgrade, but if you're still working on 6 or 5, it might be worth to upgrade. Seeing that for me, stability is a really big factor because yeah, I'm doing all my filming on my runs, so that is a big deal for me. I decided to get the Hero 8. One of the biggest things that I want to try is to use it without a gimbal. Because I have the Hero 7, it is very stable, but still, I always have it in my gimbal. Now with the Hero 8, from the footage that I've seen, it looks like you might be able to use it without a gimbal. Also, the new design, where you can just hook it up to a tripod, a selfie stick, without having the case around it, that is just amazing. I don't know why it took 8 versions of this to get to that, because before, when I would use it on a selfie stick or something where I would need the housing around it, it would always have the sound like crap, and now nothing's there to cover the microphones. So yeah, I'm very happy with this and looking forward to test this out. Okay, so here goes the test for the Hero 8. I'll be filming on a little Gorilla Pod. So let's see if it is steady enough. Okay, so the Hero 8 is on the Gorilla Pod and the Hero 7 on the gimbal. Right now, I'm trying to film at the same time while I'm running, and just from looking at the camera while I'm running, the Hero 8 is moving around quite a lot. It's just because I'm running and I can't hold the camera as steady as the gimbal can. So when I'm looking at the two cameras, I see the 7 being very steady. It doesn't have to compensate that much with the Hypersmooth. The 8 is going to have to do that, so I'm kind of really wondering what that's going to turn out like. So I'm going to have to wait and see. Okay, so one thing from holding the GoPro handheld without a gimbal is that my hands move around more than with the gimbal. So now I'm going to try and run with it and actually purposely move it back and forth. I move it like this,
like my arms would move when I'm running and not paying attention to the camera, to see if the GoPro will actually compensate for that as well. Okay, so the hard thing about commenting on how the camera does is that I can't really tell how the camera does. I have to wait to see the footage. So I'll comment a little bit more afterwards, but I'm just hoping that it does as well as the gimbal does, because I don't mind carrying the gimbal. It's fine, I'm used to it now, but it does carry a bit of weight to it. And if I can get away with just carrying a Gorilla Pod and have it be a lot lighter, being able to take it with me on runs where I normally wouldn't take a camera, times when I want to be working on my speed or things like that, it would be very handy to just be able to take the Hero 8 and not be worried about it not being stable. There have been times that I wanted to film stuff and I didn't bring my camera with me, my GoPro with the gimbal, and I end up filming things with my phone. It just doesn't look the same. So I really hope it works. Okay, this is me holding the camera normal, trying to hold it still while I'm running. Hoping there's not that much shake.
Now, one thing I wanted to try was to have the Hero 8 strapped to my chest with a harness. Now, years before I started this channel, I tried that on a run once with my Hero 4 and I was very disappointed in the footage. Now, it was just unwatchable. Still, at a lot of races, I see people filming this way. So if the Hero 8 can actually make this footage a lot smoother, that could be a great solution for a lot of people. Seeing that the Hero 8 doesn't have a case, I couldn't actually move the camera upwards enough, so it was kind of pointing down towards the ground, especially when I was running. I was leaning a little bit forward. Now that could be adjusted with a different harness maybe, or with an adapter of some kind, but yeah, for the moment this is what I had to work with. Still, looking at the footage, it looks a lot smoother than what I filmed years ago with my Hero 4. Now, still for me, it wouldn't work because it's always pointing forward. I can't really show my surroundings unless I'm moving my body towards it. Yeah, I can't really point it towards myself when I'm vlogging unless I take it off the harness constantly. So yeah, for me, that is not a great solution. But yeah, it would free up your hands.
All right, so the next test we're gonna do is another way that I never use my GoPro. I've tried it before in the past. Also, that didn't work for me. It's just too shaky, but I see a lot of people wearing it like this. I'm gonna mount it on my head. See if it's less shaky than I'm used to.
The footage from having it on my head actually doesn't look that bad, so this could be a great option if you like filming like this. Now for me, I felt it was kind of uncomfortable to have the straps on and having the camera here. So for me, I couldn't see myself running a long run like this, especially like the long races that I do. So yeah, no camera on my head for me, unless it's for like a special run or something. I know that the footage looks good, especially when you're not running, but when you're walking or just filming your surroundings, I think having it on your head or on the harness is a very good option for that. So if you're just filming your travels or if you're doing a tour or something that doesn't involve running, then that could be a really good option.
Seeing that the straps on my head were kind of uncomfortable, I figured I'd try it with a cap. Now, I was gonna run with it. I'm not actually gonna do that because just by putting it on, it came off twice already. It's connected to the cap with adhesive and that let go twice. I was able to catch it when I was falling. I don't want to risk that when I'm running, so I'm not actually going to run with it. It might be a good option if you have a different cap. I don't know. I got this really cheap. Maybe other caps don't have the adhesive on it. It's just connected to it. Sorry, can't test this one.
So the verdict on the stability of the Hero 8, I must say I'm very impressed with how stable the footage is. Using it as a vlogging camera has really improved. As far as it being a gimbal killer, I don't think we're there yet. It is very smooth and it looks amazing, but still, using the gimbal is just still smoother. Now the settings that I used for the Hypersmooth is I set it on high. There is a higher setting which is boost. I heard from other people that when you're running with it, it warps the image a little bit, so I didn't want to go straight to boost and test this out first. I will be testing the boost and some other settings that might improve the stability just a little bit later on. If there's anything that you think I should test, let me know down in the comments. The harness and the helmet are a great option, and the footage was a lot better than I expected. So if this is how you film, then you could really benefit from an upgrade. Now, if you're filming with a gimbal and you're looking to replace your gimbal, I think you need to really consider what you're filming. If you're just walking around and filming your surroundings, yeah, this could make it a lot more stable. But if you're running with it, I still think that you're going to need your gimbal to make it smooth. I mentioned before that you can still use your older batteries for the Hero 8. I did find out now that if you have no brand batteries, the batteries from China, that they don't actually work on the Hero 8 anymore. So it does look like I'm going to be needing some extra batteries. The Hero 8 doesn't fit my gimbal or most other gimbals for that matter. So I'm going to have to figure a way around this to test it on a gimbal. So that we can see if it can actually be even smoother. So this test was definitely to be continued. For now, my verdict is if you're looking to replace your Hero 6 or lower, go for it. The Hero 8 has amazing stability. If you're filming on a Hero 7 or using a gimbal, yeah, you have to consider what you're using your GoPro for. Am I disappointed that I got the camera? No, I would like it to replace my gimbal. I don't think it can, but still I see the possibilities for using it for certain runs, definitely on training runs when I'm not filming my surroundings a lot while running. If I'm not filming everything around me, it's great for everything else, for vlogging, for just walking and filming. So I can definitely see the pluses, especially for events where normally I can take my gimbal, or speed runs where I normally wouldn't film. It's a lot more convenient to take the Hero 8 with me without a gimbal. So yeah, I'm still very happy that I got the camera. If you don't want to miss any of the upcoming tests or reviews or races that I run in, then consider subscribing down below. Also leave a comment if there's anything that you'd like me to test with the camera. Alright, now until next time, get out there and run.